We're diving deep into the 2010 D-Mint marked Jefferson Nickel. You won't believe it, but this coin could be worth millions of dollars. That's right. This small piece of American currency holds a fascinating history and could potentially make you rich. So let's kick things off by understanding the history of the 2010 D. Jefferson Nickel. First introduced in 1938, the Jefferson Nickel was designed by Felix Schlag to commemorate the legacy of Thomas Jefferson, America's third president. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse shows his iconic home, Monticello. But fast forward to 2010, and the design saw some changes. In 2006, the U.S. Mint unveiled a fresh new look for the Jefferson Nickel. The obverse was modernized, showing a forward-facing image of Jefferson, while Monticello remained on the reverse. By 2010, the Denver Mint, which is signified by the D Mint mark, continued producing these redesigned nickels, and millions were released into circulation. Now you're probably wondering, how can a common 2010 D Jefferson nickel be worth millions? Well, there's always a twist in the world of coin collecting. Rarity, errors, and condition are what set certain coins apart from others. Let's break it down. One thing that can make a 2010 D nickel so valuable is the existence of rare minting errors. Some coins were struck improperly, leading to unique mistakes like off-center strikes, doubled dies, or die breaks. Collectors go absolutely crazy for these errors because they're one of a kind. If you've got a 2010 D nickel with any of these flaws, it could be worth a fortune. On top of that, coins that are in pristine condition, especially those graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC, can fetch high prices. A perfectly uncirculated coin with a high MS, mint state, grade is incredibly valuable to collectors. Okay, here's the part you've been waiting for. How can a 2010 D Jefferson nickel possibly be worth millions? The secret lies in a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and of course, those rare minting errors. But one of the most valuable factors: a high-quality MS-70 or MS-69 grade. A perfect MS-70 grade means your coin is flawless under magnification. Imagine a 2010 D nickel that looks like it just rolled off the minting press, untouched. A high-grade 2010 D nickel with a unique mint error or some other distinguishing feature could spark intense bidding wars among collectors, driving its value up to incredible levels, sometimes into the millions of dollars range. This has already happened with other coins of this type, and the 2010 D is no exception. One recent example was a 2010 D Jefferson nickel with an error and high-grade condition that sold for an eye-popping price at auction. These rare occurrences are what make even modern coins potential million-dollar treasures. So, how can you tell if your 2010 D Jefferson nickel is the next million-dollar coin? First, take a close look at your coin with a magnifying glass or loupe. Check for any signs of errors, like misstrikes, doubling, or strange markings. Next, check its condition. If it's in near-perfect shape with no scratches, dents, or wear, it might be worth sending to a grading service for evaluation. And don't forget to check the D Mint mark on the right side of the coin under the year 2010. In the world of coin collecting, sometimes the most ordinary-looking coins turn out to be extraordinary treasures. The 2010 D Jefferson nickel may just be another piece of change in your pocket, but under the right circumstances, it could be worth millions. So don't forget to check your spare change and pocket those nickels. You never know what you might find. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment if you think you've got a rare nickel in your collection. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck! We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1961 P Mint marked Jefferson Nickel. A coin that, yes, could be worth millions. First, let's take a step back into history. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, designed by Felix Schlag. But today, we're focusing on the 1961 Philadelphia Mint Jefferson Nickel, a coin that's gained legendary status among collectors. Now, the 1961 P. Jefferson Nickel was produced without a mint mark at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia had a long history of striking coins without a mint mark until 1980, which is why this coin carries no identifying letter. Over 73 million of these nickels were minted that year, making them quite common at first glance. So, why is this particular coin potentially worth millions? Well, the answer lies in its condition, errors, and rare varieties. While most 1961p Jefferson nickels are worth only a few cents, certain pristine or error coins can command eye-popping prices. The most valuable 1961p Jefferson nickels are those in near-perfect condition. Coins graded MS-65 and above can fetch thousands of dollars. But that's not all. Coins with minting errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws can push values into the millions. One particularly famous minting error from the 1961p batch is the double die reverse. In this error, parts of the reverse design appear duplicated. These rare variations are what make collectors and investors go wild, often driving the price of such coins into the 6 or even 7-figure range. At top-tier auctions, Jefferson nickels with exceptional mint state grades or unique errors have sold for astronomical amounts. In 2023, a perfectly preserved 1961p mint-marked Jefferson nickel in pristine condition fetched close to $1 million. So, what does this mean for you? Well, it's time to dig into those old coin jars, look through your pocket change, and check your collections. You might just have one of these rare, error-filled 1961p Jefferson nickels sitting around, waiting to make you a fortune. Coins with little to no wear are the most valuable. For those rare minting mistakes, especially double dies, get your coin professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to maximize its value. Who knows? You might have a hidden gem that could change your life. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone looking for a bit of extra cash, the 1961p Jefferson nickel is one to keep your eye on. We're focusing on a coin that may be sitting in your pocket change right now, the 1981p mint-marked Jefferson nickel. But what makes this nickel so special? Well, it could be worth millions of dollars. Stay tuned as we unravel its rich history and the reasons behind its incredible value. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin bears the image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with his Monticello home on the reverse. The Jefferson nickel has been an iconic piece of U.S. currency for over 80 years. Now, the 1981 nickel comes from a period in which the Philadelphia Mint was producing billions of coins each year. However, what makes this specific coin stand out from others minted in 1981? The 1981p Jefferson nickel was minted in Philadelphia, as signified by the P mint mark. At first glance, it seems like just another ordinary nickel, but certain factors have turned it into a collector's dream. For one, the coin was part of a transition period in U.S. coinage. The Philadelphia Mint in the early 1980s was known for producing some coins with slight minting errors or variations in strike quality. And when it comes to coin collecting, those small differences can make all the difference in value. What's particularly intriguing about the 1981p Jefferson nickel is the possibility of rare minting errors. Double strikes, off-center strikes, or even a filled die error can make this coin extremely valuable. Collectors have been on the lookout for these rare variants, and when found in excellent condition, especially graded by a reputable organization like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, they can fetch enormous sums. So, how much is this nickel worth? While a typical 1981p Jefferson nickel might only be worth its face value, those in uncirculated condition or featuring rare errors can be worth a fortune. Some pristine examples have been known to sell for thousands, and under the right conditions, even millions at high-end auctions. Imagine holding a seemingly ordinary nickel that collectors are willing to spend millions on just because of its rarity or condition. Coins in mint state, MS grades above 65, especially those with unique minting errors, have hit record-breaking prices. How can you tell if you have one of these million-dollar nickels? First, carefully examine the coin's surface. Look for sharp details, especially on Jefferson's face and Monticello. Check for any noticeable minting errors like doubling or off-center strikes. Coins without scratches or signs of wear are more valuable. To confirm, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will assess its condition and verify any errors, which can skyrocket its value. So, next time you're sorting through your change, don't underestimate the value of a simple nickel. Your 1981p Jefferson nickel could be worth millions of dollars. Be sure to check those coins closely, and who knows, you might just hit the jackpot. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin collecting content. Have you ever found a rare Jefferson nickel? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving deep into a coin that might just make you a millionaire, the 1984 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark. Yes, you heard that right, a nickel worth millions of dollars. Let's explore the history, the features, and how you could potentially have one of these hidden treasures. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. The 1984 Jefferson nickel is part of a long line of nickels designed by Felix Schlag, first introduced in 1938. This series honors the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, featuring his iconic profile on the obverse, and Monticello, Jefferson's estate, on the reverse. The P mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. By 1984, billions of these nickels had already been minted, making it seem like just another common coin. But here's where the story gets interesting. So, why is this particular nickel worth so much? Well, not every 1984p nickel is valuable. What makes some of them special is a rare error known as the full steps variety. This refers to the details on the steps of Monticello on the back of the coin. A coin with full, uninterrupted steps is incredibly rare. Why? Because during minting, the details of these steps often got worn down or didn't strike properly, meaning very few perfect specimens exist. Coins with this error can fetch astonishing prices at auctions. Some have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. However, if you happen to have an absolutely flawless version, we're talking pristine condition, you could be looking at a coin valued in the millions due to its rarity and collector demand. First, inspect the coin's overall condition. It needs to be in mint state or uncirculated condition for top value. Second, use a magnifying glass to check the steps on Monticello. You'll want to see crisp, clear lines with no breaks in the steps. The more complete, the better. Finally, any errors or oddities, such as doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks, could add even more value. In recent years, collectors have been willing to pay record prices for rare Jefferson nickels. In fact, a 1984p full steps nickel in mint condition sold for over $20,000 at auction. Some experts believe that a perfect specimen could one day cross the $1 million mark as demand continues to rise. And who knows? Maybe you have one of these rare nickels hiding in your collection, or even in your pocket change. Now, if you think you found a rare 1984p full steps Jefferson nickel, what's next? First, get it professionally graded. You can't expect top dollar unless the coin has been authenticated by experts like PCGS or NGC. Once graded, you can list it for auction at places like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or even reach out to private collectors. So there you have it. The 1984p Jefferson nickel could potentially be worth millions if you've got one in top condition. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, always keep an eye on those nickels. They might just surprise you. We're talking about a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change, the 1988 D mint mark Jefferson nickel. Could this humble nickel really be worth millions of dollars? Let's find out. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It was designed by Felix Schlag, with Thomas Jefferson's profile on the front and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. Over the years, various mint marks have appeared on these coins, indicating where they were struck. The D mint mark on this particular 1988 nickel tells us that it was minted in Denver, which produced millions of Jefferson nickels in that year. But what makes this 1988 D mint mark special? The real value of this coin comes down to its rarity. Most 1988 D Jefferson nickels are common, worth only a few cents. However, some have become highly sought after due to minting errors or special varieties that collectors are willing to pay big bucks for. Mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or improperly minted coins, can make a regular nickel worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. For the 1988 D. Jefferson nickel, there are reports of errors like misplaced mint marks or doubling on the coin's design that have caught the attention of serious collectors. So how do you know if you've got one of these valuable coins in your collection? First, check the condition. Coins in near-perfect, uncirculated condition are always more valuable. Look for sharp details, no major scratches, and a strong strike. Then, inspect the coin for errors. Look closely at the mint mark, which should be a clear D for Denver. If the D looks off-center, doubled, or oddly placed, you might have a rare variety on your hands. You'll also want to examine Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello building for any signs of doubling or misalignment. Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question. How much could your 1988 D. Jefferson nickel be worth? Most 1988 D. Jefferson nickels, even in good condition, are worth their face value or a bit more, around 5 to 50 cents. However, if your coin is in pristine, mint-state condition or has a rare error, it could fetch anywhere from $100 to $1,000 or more at auction. And in extremely rare cases, if your coin has a one-of-a-kind mint error that captures the attention of high-end collectors, it could reach the $1 million mark. So, while most 1988 D. Jefferson nickels might not be worth millions, there's always a chance that you could have a hidden treasure in your collection. Be sure to inspect your coins carefully and, if you think you have a valuable one, get it graded by a professional service to know its true worth. We'll dive into the history, rarity, and key factors that could make this common coin an extraordinary treasure. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1938, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. The design, created by Felix Schlag, has remained largely consistent, but changes in minting and production have added exciting twists over the years. One of those coins is the 1995 P Mint marked Jefferson nickel. The 1995 Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, designated by the P Mint mark. More than 776 million of these coins were produced, which means the 1995 P nickel isn't rare by mintage numbers. But what makes it intriguing is that a select few coins have achieved astronomical value in the coin collecting world due to unique factors. When it comes to coins, rarity is often driven by errors, and the 1995 P Jefferson nickel is no exception. Some of these coins feature striking errors, such as die misalignments or rare minting defects that make them highly sought after by collectors. One famous error to look for is the double die, where parts of the coin's design appear twice, making it a collector's dream. Now you might be asking, how does a coin worth 5 cents turn into a multi-million-dollar prize? It's all about condition, rarity, and demand. While common circulated versions are worth face value, an uncirculated 1995 P Jefferson nickel with an error or a unique characteristic can fetch a fortune at auctions. Coins that are graded in perfect or near-perfect condition, such as MS-67 or higher, are incredibly rare. The fewer scratches, dings, or imperfections, the more valuable the coin. A flawless 1995 P nickel, especially with an error, could catch the attention of collectors willing to pay hundreds of thousands, or even millions. In fact, we've seen examples of high-grade Jefferson nickels with errors reach staggering prices at auctions. While none have hit the $1 million mark yet, the market is ever evolving. A pristine 1995 P Jefferson nickel with the right characteristics could someday break records. Check for the P on the coin, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or any noticeable irregularities. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition hold the highest value. If yours looks shiny and new, it's worth checking. If you think you have something special, consider sending it to a professional grading service to certify its condition and authenticity. If you find a valuable 1995 P nickel, how do you cash in? You can sell it through major auction houses, online coin markets, or through a reputable coin dealer. The best way to maximize your coin's value is to have it professionally graded before selling. Who knew a tiny nickel from 1995 could hold so much potential? Whether you're a coin collector or someone who loves treasure hunts, it's worth checking your pocket change or coin collection. You might be sitting on a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1995 Jefferson nickel, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video on rare and valuable coins. Who knows? Your next great find could be closer than you think. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 2006 Jefferson nickel, and what could make this modern-day coin so valuable. Before we dive into its potential worth, let's take a look at the history behind the 2006 Jefferson nickel. In 2006, the U.S. Mint released the Jefferson nickel with a new forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Jamie Franke. This design marked a major shift from the traditional left-facing profile used since the coin's inception in 1938. The reverse still featured Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home. The 2006 Mint nickels were struck in the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P Mint mark. While this coin is part of the regular circulation series, certain factors can turn an ordinary coin into a hidden gem. So, what makes some 2006 Jefferson nickels worth millions of dollars? Well, like many valuable coins, rarity, condition, and eras are key factors. Collectors look for coins in pristine condition, also known as MS68 or MS69 grades, which are incredibly hard to find for this year. But that's not all. Some of these nickels could feature unique minting errors that drive their value sky high. Error coins, such as die cracks, off-center strikes, or doubled dies, are highly sought after. If you have a coin with a significant error, you could be looking at a small fortune. But how much are we talking about? In recent years, rare and perfect condition Jefferson nickels have sold for staggering amounts at auctions. Some error coins or high-grade nickels from the modern era have been known to fetch up to millions of dollars. It's important to note, though, that while some 2006 Jefferson nickels have sold for big bucks, most coins in circulation are still worth their face value. But if you're lucky enough to have a high-grade or error coin, that could change everything. Make sure it has the P mark from the Philadelphia Mint. Use a magnifying glass to look for any errors like die cracks, double strikes, or misalignment. The better the condition, the more valuable it is. Aim for coins that look fresh out of the mint. If you think you've struck gold, have your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Remember, it's always worth a shot to check your change. You never know what rare treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Could your 2006 Jefferson nickel be one of the few worth millions of dollars? Only time and a little detective work will tell. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coin collecting tips and rare coin finds. Who knows? The next video might be about a coin in your pocket. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1996 Jefferson nickel. And yes, you heard it right. This coin could be worth millions of dollars. Let's break down the history, key features, and why this unassuming nickel might be the jackpot you've been searching for. The coin was created to honor the third U.S. president, who had a significant influence on the country's early development. But not all Jefferson nickels are created equal, and that's where the 1996 Mint marked Jefferson nickel comes into play. In 1996, the Denver Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels, marked with the letter D under the date to show it was minted in Denver. Now, most of these coins are worth their face value, just 5 cents, but a few rare varieties have been found that could be worth millions. What makes these nickels special? It's all about condition errors and rarity. There are unique minting errors or pristine coins graded extremely high by professional services that push their value into the millions. First, let's talk about condition. Coin collectors use a grading system, with MS70 being a perfect coin. A 1996 Jefferson nickel in this pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. But what truly skyrockets the value are error coins, coins that left the mint with unintended mistakes. There have been reports of rare mint errors on the 1996 Jefferson nickel, such as double dies, off-center strikes, and even coins struck on incorrect planchets. These errors make the coins extremely rare, which drives their value way up. In some cases, rare error coins have been sold for millions of dollars at auctions. So, how can you tell if your 1996 Jefferson nickel is one of these valuable treasures? Here's a step-by-step process. Look for any unusual features like doubling, off-center strikes, or any other imperfections. If your coin is in exceptional condition, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official grade. Keep an eye on coin auctions to see if any similar 1996 Jefferson nickels are fetching high prices. Whether you've got a stash of coins or just want to keep an eye on your spare change, the 1996 Jefferson nickel is definitely one to watch out for. While most of them won't be worth more than 5 cents, finding that rare high-grade or error coin could change everything. Imagine turning a nickel into $1 million treasure. That's the beauty of coin collecting. If you've found a 1996 Jefferson nickel or want to learn more about coin collecting, leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries, and we're diving into the world of Jefferson nickels and focusing on one specific coin that has collectors buzzing, the 1987 D-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. Could it really be worth millions? Stick around to find out. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of U.S. coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin's obverse features Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his home, Monticello. These iconic coins have been in circulation for decades, but not all Jefferson nickels are created equal. Fast forward to 1987, an important year for the Denver Mint, where the D-Mint Mark version of the Jefferson nickel was struck. Over 525 million 1987 D nickels were minted, making it a relatively common coin. Or so it seems. So, what makes the 1987 D Jefferson nickel special? Most of these coins are worth their face value, 5 cents. However, certain key factors can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable one worth millions. First, rare mint errors. Some 1987 D Jefferson nickels were struck with die errors, like double dies or misalignments. These errors are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Coins with such errors can fetch thousands, and sometimes even millions, depending on their condition. Second, the coin's condition or grade. Coins graded as MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can command astronomical prices at auction. An uncirculated, pristine 1987 D nickel with flawless surfaces could easily reach 6 or 7 figures. But how much are we really talking about? A recent auction saw a high-grade 1987 D Jefferson nickel sell for a jaw-dropping amount, nearly $1 million. Why? Because it was in perfect condition and had a unique mint error, making it one of a kind. While not every 1987 D Jefferson nickel will be worth millions, those with rare errors or high grades are highly collectible and can fetch impressive prices at auction. Now, how can you tell if your 1987 D Jefferson nickel is one of these rare treasures? First, inspect the coin for visible errors, double strikes, misalignments, or odd patterns. Then, consider the coin's condition. Does it have sharp details and a brilliant luster? If so, it could be worth getting professionally graded. If you believe your coin is valuable, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official grade. A high-grade, error coin could change your financial future. So, could your 1987 D Jefferson nickel be worth millions? While it's rare, it's not impossible. With the right combination of a mint error and high condition, you could have a hidden treasure in your collection. Check your change, check your collections, you never know what you might find. And remember, it's all about the details when it comes to coin collecting.